Hey, it looks like another nice day ahead. Look at that, blue skies. That's nice. It is such a lovely day for me to be able to finish the project I started a couple of weeks ago. Yep, it's getting a bit chilly nowadays because winter is just around the corner. So I think a little over a month, the cold spells are getting more frequent. Anyway, I have two planter boxes here. As you guys can see, my husband made it for me using the old decking material. He replaced a few stuffs, did some painting of his house, and made it ready to be sold last year before we moved into our new house here at the east coast of the North Island of New Zealand. Anyway, he finally sold it last month with a very good price offer. And well, the housing market is still going crazy at the moment, but we're not sure how long that will last. Anyway, moving on to the planter box project. Before we get too sidetracked, I plan to make a sub-irrigated planter. Initially, with these two boxes, I painted the outside and also the inside. But additionally, I lined the inner side with an old tent material, so the soil is not directly in contact with the wood. I'm hoping this would make this planter box last a bit longer. And today, I plan on lining the bottom part, which is below this. I made this overflow hole, so below that I will line with plastic. It's not necessarily as thick as a pond liner, but it should do the trick. Here's the overflow of the other planter box, and this is what I'm going to use. It's thick enough, as long as it will hold water in, so that should do. All right, the first planter box has been lined. I know, it's a bit crude. Please reserve your harsh judgment. Hopefully this can still work. Obviously, I am not a builder. I'm not trained a tradesperson, but yeah, I just hopefully there's a lot of hope in this. Hopefully I didn't puncture anything and water will hold. This is a bit crude as well, but the thing is, I'm going to also place drain pipes, perforated drain pipes in, so that our water reserve will be contained inside it. Okay, and these are the pipes, the drain pipes that I've already cut and measured, and all I have to do now with this is to secure them with an old tent material again, this one, so that the dirt will not go inside the drain pipe, and make sure that our water reserve is nice and clean for the plants to drink. All right, I'll continue with the lining that I'll need to place in the second box, and we'll see how it goes. Well, I've managed to finish the second planter box, but unfortunately it's not very well done as well. Because I also managed to puncture a hole in this one, but hopefully it's just a tiny bit, but that will seal it off, I think. So this is the second planter box, and I think, yeah, the same thing with the first one. I'll also put the drain pipe in here so that that will take care of the overflow. Now the drain pipes have been covered with cloth. It's a tent material actually. We're supposed to just throw it away, and I thought I can make use of it with this. So it's all done for both boxes. It's important to take note that I only covered it to make sure that it doesn't clog. But you can also just cover the ends of it, not necessarily the whole thing, because it is actually going to help with the wicking action for the water to go through to the dirt or soil mix that we're going to put in. But anyway, it's time for me to test if this will actually hold water in. And I actually have this inlet here, just spare tube. The same thing for this box here. It's a bit smaller than the other one because it's just spare. I'm just making use of the materials that I already have, so it doesn't have to be an expensive sub-irrigated planter box. It just have to have a water reserve so that surface evaporation can be prevented, and I don't need to water frequently. This summer I experienced that quite a few of my plants need water, and in this part of town we don't actually have supply from we're not connected to the town supply of water. We're just relying on rain. So we have a water tank that collects rainwater there. So I need to make sure that the plants are watered efficiently, and I think sub-irrigated system would do that purpose. Well, I've filled up this box here with water, and looks like the overflow works. So, and it's holding water in. With the rest, there's no leaks or whatever under. It's all clear, nothing here. So it's just good to know also that our overflow works. We don't want to drown our plants. Of course, I made sure that the box is leveled. Yeah, that's important. Okay, so now I can fill this up with my soil mix. After, of course, I'll wait for this flow of water to stop, and then I'll fill up the other box as well and see if there's any leaks, and make sure that the overflow on that box is also working. Right, this is the overflow of the other box. I filled it up and there's no leaks, so that's good. And I also filled up the box with tub mix and compost, so both boxes now have good amount of compost, and also the tub mix is I'm not promoting this, so you can get any kind, just that the important part is that it contains cocoa fiber and bark fiber for moisture. Remember that we are relying on the wicking action of this bed to make sure that the plants that we're going to be growing in them would have sufficient amount of moisture in the roots. Since the overflows are working, they won't be drowning, so just right. And I remember when I was researching this type of system, it was mentioned in a few articles and also some YouTube videos that I watched, is that the wicking action is good up to a feet from where the overflow is. So don't make your planter too deep, so that your irrigation system would work quite well. So I have topped up the compost mix with potting mix, and our sub-irrigated planter box is now finished. Now I can plant some of my vegetables and herbs. What do I have? I have some basil. This one, basil, I'll probably plant it there, and also a few onions, red onion I think. This is courtesy of my little garden, New World seedlings. And I also have bok choy and oregano. I have celery, this is broccoli, and I have cabbage. I'm not sure if I'm going to include the sage, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so that's it for now. I'll update you guys once I have planted the herbs and vegetables. Thank you. If you guys like the video, please press like, and don't forget to also subscribe so you can have updates of what I'm up to. All right, have a good day everyone. Thank you.